What's up? What's up, YouTube? We back again with another video. All right. All right. So I want to start off with saying thank you for tuning in. But before we get started here, this conversation that we're going to have is definitely about part two. Okay. I made a huge mistake. So I'm going to say sorry to the matriarchs of our family. All right. In the engagement video, I slipped my mind. Slipped my mind, y'all. I didn't talk about it. And what I didn't talk about was two people, two very important people in this process, right? And that was my aunt and Chinez's mom, y'all. Can you believe it? Starting off wrong. Starting off wrong. Man. So I want y'all to check out the surroundings. Okay. I am outside. Right? I am outside. And the reason why I'm outside is because it is a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Virginia. And I just wanted to be outside, take it in. Because, I love being outside, right? When it's not hot, when it's not cold, when it's just right. So it's just right to have this conversation. So I am outside. I want y'all to take a look at the gazebo here at our home. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm seeing. All right, y'all. All right. So that over there that we're looking at is the beauty. That is my Mustang. But yes, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. What we're going to talk about today is that is the clubhouse across the way. So as you can see, I am under wraps here. Our very first video that we actually shot was across the way over there in the back. That's where that was, right? Next to the pool. So it's pretty quiet out here. So I like to come out every now and then, take in the beautiful trees. So, but let's get back. Let's get back. Never mind the surroundings that I'm in. I just wanted to give that disclosure just in case you hear some cars in the background. I'm hoping you don't, but you never know. So we're going to get this started here. All right. I'm back. Back. You see my gorgeous face. Yeah, I'm back. So let's have this conversation. So like I was saying before, we did a actual engagement surprise perspective back and forth. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. It is there. It's wonderful. It's about the journey and the stresses of trying to propose to somebody on when it's a secret, right? So, and it was fun for me. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't change anything or anything about it, but it is funny, right? Some of the aspects of it is funny. I know I like to laugh. Life is too short. And I know my family knows that all too well, that life is too short. So with that being said, let's get into this story time. And it's not going to be a very long story time. Again, I want to apologize to the two matriarchs in our family. So first off, I went to Ari, right? And I said to Ari, I want to propose to your mom. All right. And she's like, yeah, so excited. Like I said before. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's going to be so happy. Showed her the ring. So happy. So I said, I want to talk to your grandma, but I'm not sure, to your Nana, and see how she feels about it. And she was like, made this face. Oh, you don't want to do that right now. So I'm like, why? Why? Ari says to me, nah, Nana can't, she can't hold water. She can't keep a surprise. So don't say anything. So I'm like, okay. So when should I do it? She was like, I'll wait until the morning of. And I was like, well, that's just too long. So I said, okay. So I took Ari's advice. She knows her Nana better than I do, right? Yeah. 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 Okay. So I'm like, okay. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. And I'm feeling a little uncomfortable because it's just not me. I'm a very traditional person. I believe in traditional things, even though this is not a traditional situation, but it's traditional to me and what it means to me. And family is really big, really, really big to me. No matter how far away I am about uh not with my family, they still are on my mind and in my heart. So their opinions do matter, even though I walk around like it don't. So, and I knew it would be really, really important for Chineza to know that I did it. And for our story, right? Just for our story alone. So the ring comes, y'all. The ring comes. I'm super excited. Looks beautiful. I go to Jared, I pick it up, show it to Ari. Perfect, right? The day comes. So I'm like, all right, I can't wait any longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask your nana. I'm gonna call her up. So call her up for me. So Ari calls her up for me, and she's like, I'm like, hey, so I want to propose to Chineza. And she was like, oh, yeah. And I said, I got the ring. And she's like, oh, yeah. And she was like, let me see. So I showed her it. We're on video. And she's like, oh, she went to Jared. Like that. So I'm like, okay. And we chit chat. She's like, oh, I'm super excited. We had conversation. Boom. I hang up with her. Now I had talked to my aunt when the thought process did come into my head. I said, I think I want to propose to uh Chineza. And she was like, oh, she's super excited or whatever the case may be. So I had that conversation and she was like, I really like her. So I'm excited. And my aunt don't like many. Okay. She's made it quite clear. I didn't know she didn't like that many, but obviously now knowing she didn't like many. So being is, the Kellys are shrinking as a family. My mom passed away, my Auntie Debbie passed away, my grandmother passed away, and my cousin Lawanda passed away recently, and my great grandmother passed away. So our family is very, very, very much shrinking, and she's the matriarch in the family, the last one. So I love her with all my heart. I want to say that. Um, and just put that out there and have it out there and how much she does mean to me. But so I call her up after getting off the phone and I said, you know, I told, I asked Chineza's mom, or I told Chineza's mom that, I want to propose to her. And she said, oh, well, which did she say? I said, well, I don't know. I said, it, it seemed like it was okay. She said, oh, you went to Jared. I said, I didn't know if the ring wasn't good enough. And my aunt said to me, no. She said that. She said, that's the actual commercial. She said, oh, you went to Jared. And she starts laughing. She starts to laugh. She said, that's the commercial. The commercial. Oh, she went to that. So she began to say it on the phone over and over again. Meanwhile, I processed it. When I run it back and told her mom, or Chineza, I told Chineza the story, and she told her mom. Her mom was like, yeah, it was the commercial. I was oblivious to it. I really did think that the ring wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? So I wasn't feeling anyway because I was confident that that was something Chineza would love. It was definitely her. So I didn't care too much about it. I mean, it's not a shabby ring. It's not like I came with a little droplet of a diamond, because it's far from that. You know, it's a very good diamond, actually. And yes, it did come from from Jared. And yes, it did cost a pretty penny. So for me, I was just a little shocked. So when the video comes around and they watch the video, their support. I love my family support. Thank you, really do appreciate it. Uh, and they said, well, you didn't mention us. So they were feeling some type of way that they weren't mentioned. So here it is. To my aunt, I love you. We love you. I really do appreciate you accepting Shaneza into our family and supporting me always, regardless if you did like somebody or didn't, but this means the world to me. So I want to say I love you from the bottom of my heart. Shaneza loves you, and thank you for what's going to happen next in our life, in the journey that we have, and you being there and seeing it. So we do appreciate it. And to Miss Valerie, I want to say this. You have been open and warm and accepting of me, and I do appreciate that. It makes everything so much easier. You make me laugh. I love that you're a Steelers fan, even though I don't rock that way. But I do appreciate everything that you've done for us. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you too. And Papa Ron, same thing to you, buddy. I want to give a shout out to you as well. And I can't wait to spend time with you guys, to really get that face-to-face family love going. I know long distance is really hard on both of our families. So from me to you, I love you all and thank you for all of your support. And this is a proper way to say to my future mother-in-law and to my aunt, the YouTube way. Love you. Peace out.